Hey everyone, I'm meteorologist Hannah Dennis, and we are finally in the month of November. So let's take a little bit of a preview at what we can expect for this month. On average, we start in those mid 50s and end in the 40s, but we are going to start off a little bit warmer as we're going into this first week of November. The average rainfall you can see is almost about 2 inches of rain, and we may exceed that just in the next few days because of this rain that we're going to be seeing. And the average snowfall is almost 3 inches of snow, but it's a little too warm to be thinking about snow right now. However, we could be seeing this at the end of the month. Now, taking a look at the drought conditions across the state, you can see they did get worse, but this does not factor in that rain that we saw come through on Wednesday. So the drought monitor is going to see a lot of improvements going into this week because we are going to see a lot of rainfall. In fact, just going through the next 24 hours, you can see 90 to 100% chance of rain just going through the overnight hours. And we do get some breaks as we are going through tomorrow afternoon. But as far as how much rain we're going to be seeing, it's definitely going to be a good amount. Now going through tonight, you can see very widespread showers as we are going into those overnight hours. They kind of stick with us, maybe a rumble of thunder or two, but for the most part, just expect a lot of rain. Sunday, we're going to have those on and off breaks because you can see in the morning we were dry, came through in the afternoon, evening we are starting to dry out, and then as we go into Monday, you can see things are really kind of scattered, and for the most part we stay dry until we get into those afternoon hours. Then another little area of rain shower starts to move through. Now Tuesday is something we're kind of looking at. It looks like we have the potential to see some showers on Tuesday. This is looking at early morning Tuesday, but they will be moving out as we go into the afternoon hours of Tuesday, which is some good news because this is how much rain we're looking at. Widespread 1 to 3 inches of rain, or even more in some areas across majority of the state. So we are getting the much needed rain that we need. Unfortunately, it is coming in on the weekend and the beginning of our week, so we'll have to just wait and see with that. However, our temperatures are still going to be a little bit on the warmer side, especially going into the next 8 to 14 days. But you can see that some of us are starting to cool down way off towards the west coast. They're starting to see those cooler temperatures, so hopefully it starts moving more towards our area. Tonight we're expecting a rainy night, 50 degrees for the low, some rumbles of thunder, but mainly just good old-fashioned rain showers. And then tomorrow we're going to have some breaks in the rain, 64 degrees, but it is going to stay cloudy throughout the day even when it's not raining. So expect kind of those dreary conditions throughout the day on Sunday. We'll get all the way up to 67 degrees on Monday with that rain sticking with us, and then it looks like we'll level off in those 50s. Tuesday we'll have that rain in the morning, but then it starts to dry out in the afternoon. So for anyone getting out on election day, make sure you bring a rain jacket if you're going to be out there early, but expect some drier conditions in the afternoon hours. Rain returns going into the weekend, but so far it doesn't look like it's going to be as intense as we have it this weekend, but expect those cooler 50s. Looks like you can put away those summertime clothes and get out the winter clothes as we're seeing these cooler temperatures.